Well, fortunately, the goal attendant check-in folks were exceptionally nice. I didn't tell them about my trials and tribulations of the failed attempts at both the app and online check-in, but apparently that's a bug. So if you're using the English version of Goal, you can't check in online or the app. It's just buggy. So I had to come to the ticket counter, which created undue stress, but no issue, no problem. I used the same boarding pass, and now I'm on my way to GRU and then Maringá. All right, that's it.
Seja bem-vindo, Maringá.
Hoje esta segunda-feira, and it's time to go do a little bit of exploring of the city on foot before it gets to be 10,000 degrees today. All right. Até mais tarde. Ciao, ciao. So that is Parque do Ingá, one of my favorite places to see capybaras locally, but it being Monday, they're closed, sadly. So that'll be tomorrow. Sneak by here. Our other option is to visit the Catedral Metropolitana. It's that unique conical Sputnik-shaped cathedral, which is probably the landmark tourist attraction on Maringá's map. And there it is right there, actually. So we're gonna hit that, maybe go inside, even though I may not be dressed appropriately, but we'll check out inside, and then swing back a different way. We took Avenida Paulista south. We'll take another one north, and we'll get a few shots in and around the town. All right, that's it. All right, just walked by a very humble Tribunal of Justice building. I'm not sure what's going on here. This plaza was empty when I was here last year. I need to get across the street there. They do some really nice ornamental plantings. There's some dianthus. I saw some more Secretia in the landscape. See a lot of Secretia. See a lot of Sansevieria in the landscape, which is surprising. This is a nice shot. All right, I'm going to take a pause and take a shot from here so I can get this entire build. It's hard to frame this church. It's just so tall. All right. The biggest challenge really is framing this shot, especially this close. And you really can't take it from far away because there's so many trees in the way. Damn it, trees. Well, heaven may not have operating hours, but the cathedral does. Not really sure where all these vehicles came from. There's only a few folks in church today. I'm sure it was busier yesterday. So there's the cathedral, and I'm not sure there's a bike path. There's sidewalks on either side. I'm not sure, but again, just wanted to show off some nice flowering vinca. Some hardy stems on those vinca, purple fountain grass. The Pentacetum rubrum does not die back in the winter. We are in fact in winter, and it's doing just fine. But there should be some little unique little shops, restaurants, bars. This little plaza down here. We'll save that surprise for when we get there. All right, that's it. Oh, asparagus frame. And the Eurocene. Man, you see the weirdest stuff here. So what Brazilian city doesn't have a Praça Pedro Álvares Cabral? Huh? Which one doesn't is the question. Quite humble. Looks a lot larger in map than it does in real life, but very cool nonetheless. All right, let's return back north and check out some new streets and avenues that we've not seen yet. If nothing else, Catedral do Maringá makes an excellent point of reference because it's generally in the line of sight. Now, there's a lot of large, tall buildings around here, but it's tough to get lost if you're paying attention because that's going to generally dominate the view. Well, it's not often you see gazanias in the landscape. Gomfrina, lantana. New Guineas? I don't know. I like the palm line streets though. You know, I'm about at 2,000 feet elevation. Curitiba was a touch over 3,000, and there's definitely a difference in terms of humidity. I don't think it's oppressive here. Some people would disagree. Curitiba, I felt quite dry. Here, the humidity is a touch more noticeable, but I don't feel that it's oppressive. But there is a slight difference, for sure. So across the street is a local football stadium, excuse me, and this is Mercado Central. Inside there's like some crafty things, mostly restaurants, a lot of wine bars, burger places, things like that. You can just, actually deadhead, you can make out the crucifix on top of the cathedral, just above that palm. I'm sure this place is just bumping after a game. So maybe it's feast or famine. A few of these places are open. Maybe half or more. Most seem to be just standing around. There's certainly not a lot of business on a Monday at 11 a.m. All right, we're here at the corner of Herval and João Paulino Avenida. That's the intermodal transport station, huge intermodal bus transportation center. And we're gonna head to my favorite supermercado, for some more of my favorite Leal Chá Verde, my green tea that I love so much. And it should just be up here. We'll swing back at the apartamento and see what we can do the rest of the day. Yeah.
I don't know why this zoom camera is so bad in the dark.
Seja bem-vindo ao Parque do Ingá. Yeah, the same New Guinean patients from last time. All right, where to start? Looks like yellow snow. I see these trees dropping their pollen in a lot of places in the city. All right, let's see up here. Well, they have all kinds of these little bee homes here. So obviously they're very important for pollination, but what also is important are capybaras, and they live here too. And that is my primary mission today, is to see or make another capybara friend. All right, let's see. Seems like it could be a little low, relatively speaking. Not sure. There's a little boat out there, but we're gonna continue to walk around. Like, it's not gonna take very long, but we're gonna head out that way and see what we find. Well, this is a new one for me. I've never seen. I don't know what this is. It looks fat though. Hola, Senhora. Ciao, ciao. But you can see from that concrete tower there, the water level could easily be another 6 to 8 feet higher than what it is right now. So I guess relatively speaking, it is on the lower end of things. So that really nice old man there was telling me, ciao, how he's feeding monkeys down there. He's got those little macacas that he's feeding that banana to. He was saying he was feeding them this morning. And I saw them last year, really small. I'm still on the lookout for capybara. I asked him about capybara and he said they don't live here, but I know they do because I've seen them. As you can see, pretty calm and tranquil day here at Parque do Ingá. No takers for the swan boats, nor the pirate ships today. So, wow, cool bird. So the park's been around for a while. It was inaugurated in 1971. It had existed informally before that. And aside from the cathedral, this is, without question, the second most famous landmark or area in Maringá. It's a cultural hub. It's geographically about the center of the city. It's accessible 6 days a week, except Mondays, as we all know. And it's shaded. On a hot day, it's nice because you can get out of the sun here. Alright, so this green little metal walkway here, which there's a slight descent obviously towards the bottom, this cuts you right through. This bisects the park. I don't know that I realized that last time. This would be a nice shortcut if you can't take like a wheeled bag. Well, you could try, that would be just awful. But more pedestrian park traffic as a cut through the park. This little bridge does it, and that clearly is for the times that the rain just doesn't stop. Just a question of how heavy it's coming down. I recall reading that the park is 116 acres in size, so not small. 116 acres is a pretty good size when it's plunked right in the center of the city. Lots of cool birds here. And nice fan palms too. Well, they still have that poor little lady in a box. She's been there at least the last year. Giant bamboo. And Nephitis in the landscape. Shrimp plant in the landscape. You can't beat that. This has dried out a lot since I saw it last year. This is like towards the extreme end of the Japanese garden, which they apparently were just starting construction last year. They've come a lot further away this year. They've got big equipment here and stuff, and last year it wasn't fenced off like this, but this year it is. Let's get a closer look, but this clearly is going under a major renovation. And there is actually a Japanese park nearby as well too. Holy cow, yeah, they're starting from scratch. This is where I saw that monkey last year. And now there's that giant lizard and that really cool bird right there. They like their papaya. We'll see if that lizard gets up there or not. Oh, he's eating. Wow. Looks like a dinosaur. He's a big guy. Well, I'm curious to see how this turns out and how long it's going to take them, but they clearly aren't sparing any expense in terms of starting from the ground up. So we'll see. So those guys just threw a whole bunch of bread in the water, and there is just a swarm of turtles down there. Don't know what kind they are. The old man who was feeding the monkeys, he was talking about them too, but those are some big turtles. I'd like to get closer if those guys leave. That's funny. Alright, while I'm waiting for those two empregadores to leave so I can get closer to those turtles, I'm going to check back here for a second time. Up here past this play area is where I saw those two capybaras last year. So I'm going to check this one more time, make it my second pass, and then I'm going to head back and check out those turtles. If they've not eaten all the bread, that's fine. There's some big turtles. I don't know what those are. I'm not familiar with that. He's a big guy though. You have any friends, buddy? There's a few more down there. They are so quick. Otros muitos macacas. Well, certainly not a bad day here at Parque do Ingá. I did get to see some lizards, some cool birds, those two big peacocks, turtles, and monkeys. Oh, and a tour bus. But yeah, not a bad day. Not a bad day. No capybaras. Struck out on the capybaras, but still a good day. Right, that's it. Até mais tarde, Parque do Ingá. Muito obrigado. The story this year is the heat wave, in part due to El Nino, but record-setting heat in southern Brazil, including here in Maringá. This will be like the third day that's 100 or above, which it can get, but not consecutive. And it refuses to cool off at night as well too. I mean, we're in the mid to upper 70s at night, where typically it's in the 60s. So that's the big story this year, is parts of southern Brazil, dry as it is, we're even hotter and drier than normal. Seja bem-vindo, Maringá International Airport. So the last time I was here, I got fogged out. I learned my lesson, and I'm not taking any more early morning flights out of Maringá. No fog today, fortunately. Just a lot of people waiting to go to Sao Paulo on Gol, I think. Ciao, ciao, Maringá. So I learned my lesson from last year. I'm definitely going to take later flights. Last year, 6 a.m., I was just fogged in. I think I had like 5-hour delay, which cost me much time in Curitiba. Never doing that again. These are going to be 11 o'clock or later flights. No fog, even early this morning. But you know, the shoulder season, spring and fall here, the weather is just super variable and there's all kinds of extremes. But not today. Seat 5F, I've got a very short connection in Guarulhos before a 2.5-hour flight to Parque. So we'll check back in probably in Guarulhos. But maybe not.